Hi, in this video we're gonna take a look about some submissions and in the most kind of the positions, and the main thing here we're gonna talk a lot about guillotines for a different aspect, because in my point of view, when you train in no-gi, the guillotine is one of the easiest ways to get in some submission hold, because of course we still have leg locks, knee locks, foot locks, arm locks, but without gi we have to be so tight to get that, because you can slippery and it make it harder to do it. But in the guillotine, in this case, you can hold the guy more and make it easier for you to start to go for the submission attempts. So we're gonna start with the guy attacking me like in the single leg or double leg, and as soon as I sprawl, I'm gonna get the control of the guillotine. But pay attention, guys, when I'm talking about guillotine, I like to make the grip and put this part of the arm on his throat, because that's the part that I like to squeeze. I don't like to put the arm because the arm is too soft. I like to make sure that my hands are squeezing his throat, and that's the part that I like to put here. So first of all, the one we're gonna do is gonna be a guillotine with no arms. As soon as the guy shoots on me, I'm gonna just hold it with this part in his throat. And what's gonna happen now, I'm gonna slide my chest on his head and I'm gonna start to squeeze here. And he's gonna get the thing. Okay? So move again. Here. Take the hand. Look, as soon as I press here, I start to press on his head and I start to put all my hands against here, and that's what I'm gonna make it here, get the thing and get the lock. So as soon as I'm here, I now start to put my chest in the head and move back. What don't give him the opportunity to put in the guard, and then I squeeze it here from that. Make sure that you put one hand over the other. And when he get here, sometimes you first of all hold the shin here, and also you put the other. And now look, start to move back until he get. The problem is if you put your weight on him, what the most of the people does, is easy for him to start to put in the guard. And you're not gonna have a perfect angle for the submission. So once you are here, we lock here, give like a sprawl here, and start to put your chest like if you're gonna lay on the ground, and go for the choke here. Note that every time you go for a guillotine, if something, he for some reason start to defend, he start to hold you here, you always have to work with the option to swing for the back. Because you're always gonna start from the front. When you gotta shoot, you have to attack immediately his neck. But as soon as you defend, if he start to defend, I don't wanna waste my time too much here. And all of a sudden I miss the guillotine, I miss everything, and start the game everything again. So we have to be able to figure out the time that you have to switch. The time that you are here, he start to hold you. Yeah, and you just gonna move, because from here is a totally new different angle that we're gonna talk later about that. Now we're gonna take a look when you get the defend for the double leg or single, but now I'm gonna wrap his arm together, and that's a different approach for the guillotine. Right now I have the arm and I have the head. But now if I just put my weight on him, I don't have angle to squeeze, because his arm don't give me the lever to squeeze it here. The only thing I have here is a defense of a guillotine. So it's not what I want from here. So as soon as I got the hand here, I don't want to squeeze it here because I don't have angle to squeeze him. So what's gonna happen, switch the angle. I have to make sure that when I go for the guillotine, I'm gonna block his arms with my leg, and that's what it's not gonna give him the opportunity to defend the guillotine. So as soon as he shoot, I make the lock, the same thing. We hold like this and put this part in his throat. And now what's gonna happen, I'm gonna stand up and put my legs over his arms, because now he doesn't have an angle to pull his arm. Also, I can put my legs inside, or I can put my leg over, and then now I just move back and create the squeeze. Note that I'm not going to squeeze up. I'm going to lay my back. The people spend too much energy here, trying to squeeze here. It's not that. The squeeze here is when we're talking about the standing guillotine. Now we are on the ground. We don't want that. We just want to make sure that we block him, and now we start to lay back. And that's what creates the angle for the guillotine. And note that his arm is blocked. When he has his arm blocked, take the head out. When he had the arm blocked, he doesn't have how to hold my wrist and protect that. If my arm is here, he can start to go here, blocking here. It's going to be hard for me to create a space for that. That's why when I'm here, I just go here, and now I start to squeeze the arms through, and I pull back and create the perfect angle for that. Note that when we are here, stand the hand, Sean, just keep the hand here. Look, I'm here, as soon as I slide, I start to create the angle for the submission. And also he doesn't have the arm, so that's what makes it easy for me when I'm squeezing here. So one more time. Here, I protect here. So I stand. Look, when I stand, I lift him a little bit. Why? So my leg can come in. That's why I get the angle. And now I start to squeeze him and create the angle. Note that I'm always going to be this. I hold it and I start to move back. That's what gives the angle for the submission. Notice that the people spend too much energy sometimes, try to squeeze the guy's neck, and when they don't get, they get tired, they get frustrated, and just lay on the mat, try to survive and try to defend. So you have to feel the momentum that you have to switch the guillotine for something different. So for some example now, Sean shooting the thing, I get the guillotine, I try to go over, he don't let me, so I have to go inside. Right here, I have a good angle to squeeze to. I can still squeeze him, and if he's really tight, or if I have a better level here, I can make him tap here, yeah. But sometimes, guys like him has a long average, so it's hard for me to keep squeezing, because even if I squeeze, he still get a big leverage, and I cannot do that. Move for a different angle. So I'm here on him. Look, he still can survive here because I don't have the lever to stretch him. He's still able to resist. So I don't want to let it go the guillotine, but I still don't want to that he spend all my energy and make him escape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to drive him to the side that the arm is strapped. There's also the other arm. Because if I start to move him for this side, it's easy for him to block. So I don't want that to happen. So what happened, I'm going to start to move him to the other side. And right now, I get an angle for squeeze again. And get a better angle. Right here. Squeeze, he don't go. Note that the same hook of the arm is the one that are going to make the job. Look, and I help with the other one. And look that my hand is already in the perfect throw, the perfect control of the throw here. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slide my body and put my back on him. Complete the choke. Note that it's easier for me to get the guillotine because my arm is not here. And here it's soft. It's always my hand in the throw. That's why I make it easier for me when I'm here. Just create a small squeeze and he already going to feel comfortable. It's going to be easier for me finish the choke. One more time. Here. Look, both legs gonna work. I'm gonna lift the hand with the same leg, the side of the arm, and now the other start to move. From here, I just sit and complete the guillotine. Yeah. Look, as soon as I'm here, the first leg that is gonna step is the leg, the side of the arm. So I'm here, look, I'm inside, and then I protect. And now he's gonna, I squeeze, he don't go, one leg, the other leg, to the side, connect, and complete the perfect guillotine. Now let's go and take a look at one of my favorite guillotines, because it's not like the ones that we saw in the previous move, but it's also very effective, and it's more like a neck crank, because you're going to have the opportunity to see another way of grip when you're talking about guillotine. So instead you hold like you used to hold, we're going to just lock as a regular hook like this. We're just going to hold the fingers together, and you also going to put in the throw again like how we did before, because look what's going to happen now. Sean is going to shoot here. I'm there. I have a good position here, but I'm not getting the squeeze. For some reason, Sean is blocking and I cannot get. What's going to happen at this time, I'm going to switch the grip for the one that we did, and now we're going to have, I'm going to sit in Shandy's head. As soon as I do this, I pull my leg over his back to make sure he's not going to roll, and now I just slide the other leg and make him tap here. Move for the other angle. So he should. I'm here. Note lift, Shandy. Look, take off the hand. Look that I'm still here. What happened here, I don't get more the squeeze. I'm just going to switch for here. But I'm still here. I'm still holding his throat. Back again. And what happened now, I come up and sit. Look, note that I sit on his neck. My leg is on his neck. And lift this hand for the people to see. Look, and now I start to squeeze. And pushing the leg down and make like a neck crank on him. And also I put the leg because if he try to roll, he's going to squeeze himself when he start to doing that. That's why it's very effective, and it's really hard to escape that, because you have both things, the neck crank and you still have the choke, so you don't have the side to turn. Some people, when you do that, we hold it, we are here, try to come up. Yeah, but as much as he come up, look, as much as he squeeze his neck and make easy for me, and if I push this leg down, that's when he's gonna start to have real problem for that. And the thing that I cannot let happen when I do that is try to sit right away here. If I try to sit right away, yeah, I'm gonna miss the head. I don't want that to happen. That's why I have to move my way forward and make sure I'm gonna be over his head. Back. I'm here, I don't get the choke, I switch. Now look how I advance for him. I almost on him, and now I can sit, because now I have the head totally blocked here. And now it's just up to me. I'm just gonna start to move a little bit and create a space for get a different guillotine. We're now still again with the guillotine, but now we're going to take a look at a very sneaky move that we're going to take a look, start to come from the arm. Because right now, we're always concerned about the neck, and sometimes the guy exposes the arm. And so that's what we're going to take a look now and see what I can do from that. Here again, in the same position of the guillotine, I cannot get the guillotine. It's hard for me here. But look, there's a space between his arm that I can take advantage for that. So what's going to happen, as soon as I note this space, I'm going to come up with my leg and trap here. As soon as I trap here, I'm just going to move here and hold the leg. As soon as I hold the leg, I create like a kimura on him. Note that every time he's here, this space has to be given to me. And as soon as I put the leg, I have to keep my weight on him. Otherwise, if I don't put the weight, it's easier for him to move back and to escape again. That's why when you are here, I still keep the guillotine here on him until I be able to adjust here. Look, because now I have the adjust that I need. I'm going to swing the arm, hold the leg, and complete the lock. Hold it. Look, as soon as I adjust here, I have to make sure that his arm is going to be locked, because if he stretch the arm, it's going to be hard for me to get there. That's why as soon as I lock here, I pull the arm and stay here, close to him, take advantage. You can hold the elbow here, and now you go, and I start to go. Sometimes the guy going to roll with you, roll. Yes. What's going to happen, you just drive the hand and keep putting the weight on him. Let's go for a different angle. Here. Look, my hand. I'm always in contact to him. I'm here in the guillotine. I switch here. I switch here. I switch here. You see, I never miss the contact to him because it's very important for me. Be tight on him. I don't want to give him opportunity to put in the guard to escape. And also, I'm always pay attention about the neck. I'm always pay attention about the grip that I want. From here, I just got here. I slide that. If he moves, turns. Look, I still with him. I don't let it go the leg. And that's when I switch, drive my hand in here, now I move forward. And complete that. One more time. Move. And complete that. Okay, now for the same principle, we're going to start to move a little bit to the side until you complete the whole game from the guillotine. Right now, I got the guillotine here. Like always, he's giving me a hard time. He don't give me space. He's not going to get a thing. Sometimes I get here, he's still moving. I don't get nothing. So what's going to happen now, the hand here is going to start to slide to the side. I'm here like we did the guillotine like always, but now he's not tapping, and I'm gonna push the head, and my hand is gonna come here. What's gonna happen now? I'm gonna palm here, and my forearms is gonna force on his neck and his head, give like a neck crank. And also you can ask me, Saulo, but if the guy start to move back, if he move back, he squeeze himself, because right now I'm doing like this on his head, and that's what make it really hard for him to avoid that. Once I lock, he's gonna have a really hard time if he's trying to escape, because his head, like in the previous move, is already locked, and so it's hard for him to take a space from that. So we are here, he's still moving, and note that every time you get the guillotine for the front, you cannot put your knees close to him, because if he just move his head in between my legs, yeah, look, I don't have the angle, and it's easy for him to move up with me. So I don't want that happen. It's not a good thing for me. So my goal here, every time I hit, is keep my chest. I have to make sure that my chest is pushing him as much as I can. Because the game here, the people think that as much as you squeeze the neck, you're gonna have a good result, but it's not that. You just have to keep the grip here. What's gonna make the whole difference here is how you push your chest against him, because your chest here is that is making the game. Move, Sean. Look, your chest is that don't let him go for the single, for the double. It's your chest that is putting all the power here. The people sometimes you squeeze too much here, but don't put any pressure here. That's why it's easier for the guy putting the guard. It's easier for the guy start to go for the single leg and take advantage for you. So the principle here that we want to enforce is always the chest. That's why allowed me to move to the side, because I'm still pressuring him. And if he start to move to put in the guard, look, he's already blocked. He's already in the position that I want. He's already in the lock that I want. That's why before you start to go for the submission, make sure that you keep the chest on him to make sure he's already feel the pressure on his back. So he shoot. I defend. I move to the side. Look, as soon as I move to the side, move here. As soon as I move to the side, the hand connect. Because once the hand connects, take a look now. I'm not gonna move back. I have to keep my chest on him. And now I just start to force to make create the guillotine. So the idea is always keep on him. I keep on him, put the hand as much as I can, put here, and now I force. Note that I'm here, and I'm not just doing this. I'm doing this and this. I put the chest, and I don't want to squeeze as hard as I can. I want to keep a consistent squeeze, because some people get tired in the guillotine because they squeeze too much and they let it go. You don't want that. You want to keep just one level, and just you get there, take your time, and keep putting the pressure in the back, because that's what gonna make him tired and gonna make him frustrated about how to escape from the guillotine. Okay, right now we still move. So we get for the guillotine for the front. We already in the side. The guy for some reason defend. As soon as the guy defend here for somehow, we're gonna have immediately to get a different grip. My favorite grip from here is always one arm under, one arm over. Because now move here. Lift. Now you control half of the body. And like I told, the same grip I'm doing here, that's what I'm gonna keep here. Okay? So he's in the position here, and now I'm totally here, waiting for him. Remember guys, I cannot just, now it's gonna be a little bit different. I cannot keep my weight here on him, because it's easy for him to sit to the side and start to move with me. I don't want that to happen. That's why as soon as I change the grip here, until I'm here, I can still put my chest on him. That's what I want. I still want to keep tight on him. We're here, fighting here. But as soon as I switch the grip, the weight has to go totally to the hips. Now I'm here. That's the point that I want. Because now, even if he start to move to the side, I'm still with my hips on him. And if this happens, I already have the point that I need to go there. So right now that I'm here, let's gonna start the options that we have here. My first option here is the one that I've been using in Abu Dhabi to submit a very tough guy. Look, the guys here, they have two choices. Or they're gonna stay like Shanda, or they're gonna start to break my grip here, start to hold my hands here, don't let me squeeze. What is gonna happen here? Move a little bit. Yeah. He's holding, he's don't let me get in. What's gonna happen here? I'm gonna hold his wrist, and at the same time I hold his wrist, I hold his shoulder. And here. So I'm here, he's blocking, he don't let me use nothing, use the other hand too. Yeah, look. I hold the wrist and I hold the shoulder. What happened now? I create the perfect circumstance to go around the other side. So what I'm gonna do here, I just gonna move here. Note, as soon as I move here, I'm already have his neck totally blocked. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna adjust here and put my weight on his head and start to make the circle. So I'm here. I'm blocking him, he comes with the hands, you hold the wrist and hold the shoulder. The difference is, my hand is already on his throat. He's not with the shin down, he's not here. He's not blocking like this. That's why it's easy for me to get to the shoulder. And once I'm in the shoulder, it's easy for me to spin to the other side. Look, but I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna pull back. It's like a clock choke, but without gi. I'm gonna drive all my way down. And complete the choke. That. start here, we swing here, here. He hold. Remember guys, you must always follow the hands and what's going on in this situation here. So we start front, the hand is here. We go to the side, our hand is here. We move a little bit more, the hand is here. And we always move around him. And that's what's going to give us the connect that we need. From here, we can start to work the hook, you can start to work the choke, and the things that we appreciate from that. So I'm here, my first react, and also you can fake a little bit with your hand, because here he's already afraid you to go to the back, so you can fake a little bit here, and all of a sudden drive the hand. And that's what's going to give you the perfect angle to slide and complete the choke. Move in a different angle here. So I'm here, boom, way down, and complete the choke. Okay, let's gonna take a look now of one submission that the guy, for all the time that we are in the back, we have always tried to surprise the guy, because you have seen the people spend too much energy. And also when we train with your partner, you don't want to hurt your partner, you don't want to crash his shin, you want to crash his mouth, you don't want to crash his nose. So you have to see the opportunity come and take advantage for that, what make it nice for you to get for the submissions. So right now we're still back in the same position here, but now he opened a space somehow, and you're gonna get the hook in. We're here with him, blocking him and try to go. But look, now we don't have a space for the choke here, because he's blocked, and we don't have the angle to put the other hook. He's still blocked. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna fake. We're gonna try put the other hook over here. We are here, he's blocking here. I'm gonna fake, try to put the hook. As soon as he starts to defend, I'm gonna slide my arm over his neck, and now I'm gonna sit to the side. And now I'm just gonna push here and complete the guillotine. Move to a different angle. Over here. So I have here the first hook. I'm locked. I'm gonna try to put the hook. He blocked. Note that as soon as I pass my arm, when I sit to the side, my hand is already connected to the other hand. And also, he doesn't have how to pull the arm, because his arm is blocked between my hips and my leg. So it's hard for him to move back. And the only thing I need to do here is push him a little bit back and create the perfect angle for the squeeze. The perfect momentum for that, switch, is as soon, hold here. Yeah, he's holding here, I cannot go for the choke. That's why I have to bother him here, because he has to react for the elbow here. So I'm bothering him here, I make him react. That's the perfect time, because I'm gonna keep the hold here, and my hand is gonna slide. As soon as my hand slides, then I let it go, and I sit. As soon as I sit, I lock my hand. Note how his neck, note how everything is connected here. Move a little bit. Yeah. Look, that's the time that I'm gonna connect here. And now as soon as I start to move back, he doesn't have the angle to defend, and make it easier for me to get the guillotine. More time. See, when you practice, try to do the whole routine. Chest on him, sweep the hand, go here, put the hook, start to go for the other, put the hand, sit. Some guys can think that sometimes it's hard to slide the hand. But what happens here, when you are here in the position and you want to sit, you're going to sit and push him a little bit. You're going to push to create a space here. And then you use your body to lock again. That's when you got there. Move again to show the lock. As soon as I sit, look at the space. I have to give this space. Even if he start to come up, I already lock here. That's why I have to hold here and get the space. Now I just push, or you can put the hook, no matter, and squeeze that and control the thing. But the most important thing when you go for this kind of guillotine is you fake the hook, because you have to make him react first. If he don't react, sometimes he's not going to let you the space for you go for the guillotine. That's why we have to insist and go for the hook before that happen. Okay, now let's go and take a look about some submission and some major holds about the positions that you sometimes get through. So we got the back here. The first thing when you got in the guy's back, you want to make sure that you are not giving your arm for him to start to hold and start to make it harder for you to go for the submission attempt. So the idea here, what the most of the people does is try go when the guys protect, is try to go straight for the submission, and also they give too much leverage for him and they give him space for that. What I like to do every time the guy's protecting himself and don't want to give me, I like to come with the hand exactly over his nose, and as soon as I lift a little bit, I come with the knife, my arm like a knife, and also I just make the same grip that I always do in the guillotine, and now I just squeeze here. The problem that we have seen is that the most of the people wants to go with the whole arm here, and it's really hard sometimes because you're going to be fighting too much here. That's why I don't like the idea, especially if you are in mixed martial art, you wear gloves, and so it's even harder to start to deal. That's why I prefer to keep my arms here, because he don't know, my arms back, he don't know where it's going to come my arms from. So I have the idea what I want to do, and when I go, I'm going to move with both arms. I'm always going to move over him. I'm not going to give the arm for him. So I go here and hold. Has to be at the same time, because as soon as you lift, you already lock his neck. And you make the grip. I like to put the hand, fingers and fingers. And now I just going to pull back and complete the submission. The thing here is, if you put the arm and he blocks, what's going to happen now is that you don't have more this weapon. So what we have to start to do, instead you pull back your arm, you have to start to come with the other arm, because that's what's going to open a space for you to start to go for the choke again. So every time if for some reason he trap your arm, you don't want to keep pulling. Most of the people try to pull the arm. If he is holding, you come with the other one and start to push his shin to the side and start to create a space for another choke. So either way, protect. You always gonna go with one hand and the other moving. You get here and squeeze. If he get one of your arms, you start to go over. The important thing here when you go with the other arm is making his shin turn to the side, because now he's not seeing what's happened here. He's not seeing what you're gonna do. And also if he don't protect that, you start to just move it. And you already gonna choke him in the shin. So once the first one, you get the hand and like a knife in his throat, and you just keep squeeze. In the second one, you made a mistake, he trapped here. Now the hands, you're gonna use your forearms. Your forearms gonna go into his shin and turn to the side. Sometimes he's gonna let it go and give you again, but sometimes he won't. And so you just keep moving and squeezing to the side. The choke from the back sometimes is not the choke that you get the clear one here. This sometimes is going to be really hard to happen, especially if the guy that is defend has a good level, is a guy that know what's going on here. So for sure it's gonna make harder for you. So what you have to do is make sure that you're gonna combine both arms at the same time. Choke the guy from the back. You cannot just use one arm. You have to combine both at the same time. That's what's gonna make successful for you. So the idea is protect. Look, he's protect like this. Fake him. Put the hands here. Make him move a little bit. Make him move. When you feel there is a chance, here, and make the grip and just go here. Use your chest and choke him. If he for some reason block here, look. Use your forearms. Your forearms turn him. Make him switch. Back here. Make him switch. Go for the choke, and that's how you're gonna approach, and you're gonna get a better solution for choking him without hurt his mouth or knee or move his nose. Okay, now let's gonna take a look of one of my favorite moves that comes from the mount. When you have the mount, you have to understand that you don't have that many places that you can hold the guy. So once you are in the mount, the first thing that you have to look for is wrap his head, because that's how you're gonna have a good grip and a good control of his body. So you can fake a little bit here in the throw. As soon as he starts to defend here, you get the neck through. And the thing here is, the problem with the people that hold the neck is that they hold the neck and try to keep low like this. That is not my goal here. When I keep the hand in the neck, what I want is press my shoulder on his chin and make it turns to the side. Why? Because now I limited his bump and I limited his escape. So as soon as I put the hand here, I put my shoulder on his neck. I don't want to get hit too tight here. That's not my goal. My goal is always making him turn to the side. And what's gonna happen now, even if he's defending here, he give me a space to drive my knee up. And that's the position that I'm gonna do. My favorite technique, that's the katagatame from there. The most of the people wanna do this kind of choke. Once they hear, they are fighting here to raise the elbow here, and they spend too much energy trying to do this. You don't want that. Look how his neck is not tight. Look how he can move. Look how sometimes he can even bump. Yeah, and you miss. And you miss the connect. How I told you, to apply for a submission, you have to make sure that you already lock him in the position. That's why you have to make sure that he's not gonna bump, and you're not gonna have to spend so much energy to do it. Some guys, sometimes you are here, the guy get the hand here, but he cannot do this, pull back. And he's still fighting here, and all of a sudden the guy, for some reason, bump, start to move, he miss, and that's what happened. So our goal here, first of all, is moving him to the side here, because now look where is my way. My way is in the side. I'm not here. You don't apply for this kind of katagatame front of him. Front, you're gonna fight here. You don't wanna fight here. You apply when you're to the side. Look, I'm in the side over here. Bump. He don't bump to the other side. He don't bump. Now I protecting him. Why? Because his neck is totally turned. I cannot let him comfortable like this and he start to go here. Here I don't go here. That's why I turn. And what's gonna happen now? I turn, now I'm safe. I'm not gonna go with my arm. I don't wanna, the arm under his elbow is the last thing you want to do. The first thing you want to do as soon as you are here is raise your knee. Here, look how different it is now. He has his neck side and he has the arm up. Put the arm down. Start. Look, now my shoulder, look my shoulder and my arm. It's just a complement here. It's just a compliment because my knee already made the job. I don't let him pull the elbow down. And now what's gonna happen, I just gonna start to squeezing him here and put to the side. I'm holding his elbow, I'm get the perfect lock, and look what's gonna happen. Sometimes you squeeze from here, I don't have the great angle. It's not what I want from here. What's gonna happen now, I'm gonna step out from the mouth and lock on his hips. I want to make sure when I step here, I lock his hips, because sometimes if I'm here, he still can bump. Yeah, and I miss the connect here, and sometimes he miss the arm. That's why when he's here, what I want to do here, I step out, and now I start to force over him. That's when I get the perfect angle for the katagatame. So I'm here, and look, as soon as you mount, you don't just do this. That's the problem. Sometimes the people like to do this. The guy start to push here, he start to create a space, he start to go for the escape, and that's what I don't want to do it. The first thing when I mount, I want to keep my base. Even if he start to bump, look where is my weight. My weight is back, push me. He don't push me because my weight is back, and as soon as he bump, I start to move with him. So I still connect, I still have the same base here. And of course, I don't want to fight him. I want to go and slide through him. So we are here. Sometimes I miss him. If I miss him and for some reason he turns, I have to be able to do that. I have to be able to turn and switch for the technical mount. So we are here. I go here. Look, my shoulder is here before my hand. Now I got here. I switch for the side, raise the knee. Look where am I? I'm the side of him. My knee is totally blocked. Now I go here, step out. Look, I don't even need to squeeze here. I just put my hand here and start to squeeze here. That's what makes the pressure. The people sometimes hold too much, push here too much, squeeze too much. You don't need that. You just want to adjust your body in an angle that he cannot move the hips, and he also has a perfect angle to start to squeeze here and create the perfect angle for the submission. Here again we are in the mounted position, and let's gonna see another katagatame from a different angle. Of course, if the guy, you stay here, we already have the strategy for that. But sometimes the guy has a good defense, the guy starts to defend the mounted position, probably he start to move around, and so I have to switch for the technical mount. I have to find another way here to start to work my game. So what's gonna happen now, my hand's gonna go under his arm, and I'm gonna wrap his head here. And what's gonna happen now, as soon as I wrap his head, I'm gonna drop my weight on him. And now I'm gonna lock. But look at the difference now. I'm not going with my hand like this. I'm going with my hand like this, because what's gonna happen now, I'm not gonna put my leg out. I'm just gonna force here like a guillotine, and I'm gonna put my chest on him here. So I'm gonna force like this. That's how I'm gonna force this time now. Move a little bit for here. We're here, we mount, and look, sometimes when you feel that he's gonna go for the escape, you already can put the hand in the chest, because as soon as he go, you already slide the hand, and you connect again. As soon as you connect, your shoulder has to be pressing on his elbow. That's what's gonna give a better angle for that. And then you just squeeze that. Note that I'm putting my chest and I put my whole body in his head now. That's why we squeeze him. And I put my forearm on his throat. That's what gives him the squeeze. Different angle. Here. Look, as soon as I do this, I can also adjust with my hand here to create here. Note that now I'm a little bit giving space here, because what's gonna bother him now is gonna be my forearm in his throat. That's what create here like a choke here. It's not more like the first katagatama. That's a variation now that we just squeeze here. And sometimes you can either put the weight, make the pressure. Sometimes you can take the weight and make the pressure. So it's up to you, because we are now dealing with a different kind of katagatame. And also you have to make sure that we keep the arm locked, because if we miss the arm, put the arm back, we're going to have to start over. And we're going to start again to deal with the basic mount position. Here we are again in another different position, the cross body. and let's take a look about some aspect for the crossbody that's gonna help you guys to take advantage for the submissions from here. The first thing when you are in the crossbody, especially no gi, we don't want to get hold the hand too tight. Some people like to hold too tight, stay close too much, and what happens, they don't see the open space and what they can use to take advantage for the momentum that he's giving to you. So my idea, my point here, when I'm in crossbody, I like to be almost like face him to see what the opportunity he's gonna give to me. And also, the most of the time when you are in the crossbody, you wanna make sure that you keep your weight on him, you keep your hips close to him. Because even if he start to move, you move with him. You start to move, you hear with him. Your weight has always to be on him. That's why you don't need grab too much him. The people get too excited to hold the guy too much, but in fact, look at the space that they left. Make it easy for the guys. You start to put in the guard again. You start to use a different technique. So our goal now is gonna be keep the weight on the guy. No matter which grip you're gonna do, if you're gonna hold here, if you're gonna hold here, if you're gonna hold here, no matter. Just make sure you are in contact to him. And like I always say, for you open the space in the crossbody, especially no gi, you have to use two weapons. You have to use his neck or you have to use the knee and the belly. Because that's what's gonna make him react. If he just stay protected here and you just try to go for something, it's nothing. It's nothing. You're gonna just be fighting against him. So that's not our goal. Our goal here is making him move and he change the way he's protecting himself for we can start to move and apply for something. For example, every time I'm here, if I start to choke him here, he's gonna start to react. That's when maybe he gives me the arm, he gives me some space. Sometimes he's protecting himself. I start to go for the knee, look, I make him react. And that's when I get something. That's when I got his space. And also, he changed his approach. He changed the way that he's holding his game. And that's what's gonna happen to us. So the first thing here, we're gonna take a look about a very effective submission, especially because you don't need to spend that much energy. We have seen nowadays that a lot of people can resist, know how to escape, because we see the evolution of the no-gi, and everybody know nowadays what a kimura is, what Americana is. So make it every day harder to go for that. And if you don't know the point that you have to take a look, it's gonna be hard for you submit this kind of guys. So right now we are here in the crossbody, and now let's gonna use a little bit his neck here. Let's gonna force a little bit. He's gonna go for the protect. What's gonna happen? You're gonna push his elbow. You're gonna wrap it here. As soon as you wrap it here, note that I don't have the leverage to go for the arm lock because he's already with the arm here. The perfect thing for go for the arm lock would be in the front of my head. So once he's here, I have two options here. Or I can go for the mount, blocking his arm. Complete the katagatame. Or we can go for the kimura. And that's the one that we're going to take a look now. So we're going to start to go here, go to the head. Look, as soon as he moves, you have to grip. But as soon as you grip, don't put your tongue. Your tongue is going to be in the here. And what's going to happen now is that if the guy's a strong guy, if the guys know what's going on, he's going to start to defend here. And you're going to start to miss the point that you want. So what's going to happen, you're going to slide your arm to your shoulder, and now you're going to move back to the original position. You move back here. And now you hold your elbow here, and now you're going to start to move to the other side and create the perfect angle for that. Note that now I'm using my whole body on his arm. When I'm just here, I don't take advantage of my body because my weight is not, even if I'm here, I don't have the angle because his arm is on his body. So I don't have the angle to go for the submission. That's why I need to create an angle to make him do this. And that's when I'm gonna take advantage. And here there's no power, there is easy. And also my arm is gonna be forced on his forearm. That's why he's gonna create a big pain. So we start from the beginning again. We are here. We go there. As soon, look my head. Look how important is my head. As soon as he switch. My head go down. Why? Because I don't let him move here. If my head don't go down, if my head stay up when he move, I don't. Sometimes he protect himself and I don't get that. That's why when I'm here, as soon as he switch, my head go down. Now I lock. Gonna get for that. I cannot get. Hold my shoulder. Move back again. Look, now even if he wants to move. He's already trapped. And look, my arm is making a lot of pain on his forearm here. So I'm able to move him a little bit now. And look, where's my body? All my weight is on him. I'm just gonna pass over his head. And I just squeeze here a little bit, creating a very big pain on his arm. Now we already did one force in the throw, get the advantage of the kimura. Now let's gonna take a look about someone when you force the knee in the belly and make him react different. Because of course sometimes he's gonna be really his defense is gonna be really good, and sometimes I don't get too much. He don't give me like the neck, so I'm not seeing a possibility to go for some submission attempt. And so I have to be able to see that, because sometimes even if you start to force it, you see that he's defending himself very well, so you have to accept that and say, let me change the game, let me do for something else, let me try something different to see if it's gonna work. So that's when you come with the knee in the belly, because the knee in the belly, even if he's protect like this, even if he's totally protect, it's gonna make him react different. And that's what we want. Against a perfect defense, we have to make him react different. That's how he's gonna start to move different. So he's here, he's not giving me nothing. What's gonna happen? Listen guys, you don't move up to put the knee in the belly. When you wanna put the knee in the belly, you just force your shoulder on his hand and react the knee. Because then he don't realize what happened. So he's protected here. Most of the people do this to put the knee there. You don't want to do that. When you are here, you're just gonna force like your shoulder here a little bit. As soon as he start to react, boom, that's when you put the knee in the belly. That's the react that you expect from him. So the idea here, as soon as you hear, you push the shoulder, put the knee, he's react. He start to react. Look, as soon as he react, he open a totally different angle for the neck. Why? Because the hand that he's supposed to be here already drove here and start to create an angle. What's gonna happen now? And also look what's his head, his move. Your arm is gonna go straight for the neck here. And also what you're gonna do, you're just gonna connect the other arm. And now you're gonna put your head on the ground. Create a perfect headlock. Why this headlock is successful? Because you're gonna use exactly his move to go for the submission. See for a different angle. So I'm here, protected here first. I force your throw, I start to do the knee, the belly, look. He gave me the angle. Look how my arm is live. My arm is already on his throw because he gave me the angle. What's gonna happen now? I just gonna connect. But now I'm not going to keep moving back. I go against his move. Because if I start to move here, he starts to escape, move. And we're going to change the subject. I want to keep the crossbody on him. That's why as soon as I'm here, I'm going to put his shoulder back to the ground. Because now he doesn't have the level. Look, I have my 3 points. My legs and my head. And that's why I just squeeze here. And create the perfect angle for the submission. So he's all protect, defend. I'm here. I put my shoulder, boom, near the belly. He start to move around, I hold the hand. And look, as soon as I hold the hand, note that the knife goes to, even if I don't get inside, I have to try to move his shin. That's what gives the possibility for my hand get in. As soon as my hand get in, I connect there. put my head on the ground, and just slide. Okay? When you squeeze, guys, you don't squeeze like this. You squeeze turning. That's what make it like you want to do like a circle on his head. We are here. Look, I don't just squeeze like this or just like this. I squeeze. Look my elbow. My elbow is making a circle here. I have to make the circle because if I just squeeze, he still can bump. He still have a lever to bump. I want to make the circle, and that's why I make his head move to the side that he cannot bump. That's why I get more effective. So one more time, he's protect, he's defending. I'm here. You force the shoulder, get the knee here, and create the perfect angle for that. Hit again. And go for submission. Let's go and take a look now about some attacks and submissions comes from the half guard, because you cannot let the guy very comfortable in the half guard. You have to be able to put him in some dangers and make him think sometimes about give up about the sweep for start to defend your submission attempt. That's one thing that we're gonna take a look right now. Sometimes he's here in the crossbody, and he don't realize that he has his neck open to me in the position, because sometimes he's trying to go to the back, he start to approach for something, but look, he give me the perfect angle for the neck here. So what's gonna happen here, like in the previous move for the crossbody, we're gonna do the same. You're gonna wrap the head and put a knife on his neck. What's gonna happen now, as soon as I put the hand, I'm gonna move my way a little bit back and put the hand over. And what's gonna happen now, I'm gonna keep in the half guard and put my way on him and squeeze himself. Why I squeeze himself is because my hand is on my chest, and also he doesn't have the hand to approach there. So I'm here, as soon as he starts, I let him go a little bit to my back, yeah, because then I can reach easier the neck, and as soon as I reach the neck, I'm gonna have to put in my chest. What's gonna happen now, as soon as I go there, he starts to react with the hand, and that's when I get the hand. As soon as I get the hand, I start to put my way. And note that my knee is inside, because I don't want to put outside and let him put under my leg and start to create this space. I don't want to let it happen. That's why my knee is under, and also I start to turn against him, and that's what creates space for the guillotine. If I start to put too much weight on him, I don't have the squeeze here, and he still can move and scoop that. I don't want that to happen. That's why when I'm here, I use my shoulder also to here to start to squeeze. And that's when my arm start to get deep, and my hand start to move up. Look, I make like a circle over him, and I put all my weight. And as much as I can go higher with my hand, I go higher and holding my chest. Here. Okay? Of course, you can switch sometimes for here, but it's not the point. Or you can go for the guillotine back again, just the head. Here, start to move. Look, I keep going for him. I have to make sure that I always going to be in contact to him, because that's the only way that his head's going to be free like this. Because if I miss the contact to him, I don't have his head. I don't have the connect. That's why I have to be on him like here. As soon as he moves, I move with him. I'm always in contact. When I see a chance, I jump, boom, and wrap his head. As soon as I wrap, I move a little bit back, swing the arm, start to make the turn, and create the perfect angle for another neck crank.